Hail, bird of prey. 5. Hail, Karuga.
Kapla!
Kapla.
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Kiroga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. And that means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird o' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird o' Prey 5, Kapla, and welcome to the members only stream for April of 2024. Yes, it's the second Tuesday of the month. It jumped right out at me. I completely forgot about it yesterday on Bed Life. I made no mention that today was our members only stream. And worse than that, unfortunately, while we usually do it at 4 p.m., I just could not do it today at 4. I have a doctor's appointment already set for 4 p.m. And I couldn't do it for 3 p.m. either because I would have been completely busy before for 2 hours before physical therapy. So I needed to do this earlier in the day, and I guess it was either now or an hour from now. An hour from now wouldn't have worked for various reasons, but including the fact that I did not want to even though I say all the time that there is plenty of time for everybody and no one should ever worry about streaming over anyone else. You can be friends with somebody, you can love them dearly, but there's only so many hours in a day, and every so often you're gonna hit up against somebody, whether you intend to or not. I really did not want to because I like going to other people's streams, and 1 o'clock would have hit hard. So for today, I decided to stream a bit early, in the noon hour, and unfortunately, I know a lot of people are not going to get the double updates, but the reality is not a hell of a lot of people come to the members only streams anyway. So hopefully anyone who really wants to come, anyone who wants to come up on the panel today can. That's the whole purpose of the stream. I'll put in the link for anybody who wants to come up. And Mike Richards says advertising is important. You know what's important is that goddamn fucking heart. God damn it! It tasks me. It tasks me. I can't fucking put up the fucking link until there's more fucking chats. Welcome, Elihu.
Kapla Bird, did you know today is National Gin and Tonic Day?
I did not know it was National Gin and Tonic Day.
I'm surprised, man.
I haven't gone looking for what days it is. Mike Richards says greetings from Columbus, Ohio, and says advertising is important. Thank you, Mike Richards. Elihu, you say kapla, although you spell it with a K.
Ducking spell check.
Gorilla's Random Thoughts says it isn't 3. It's sint 3. Maybe you mean it isn't 3 p.m. I don't know what that means exactly, but yes, the timing is different today. And Mike Richards says a surprise bird is better than no bird at all. Thank you, Mike Richards. And I will type in thank you so that the goddamn heart is out of the fucking way and I can pin the panel link for anybody who might want to come up. Resolute Germ says hello, Resolute.
I have a question for you, Bird.
You're 4 hours early, says Gorilla. Well, it's explained, Gorilla. I have a doctor's appointment. Okay, Elihu, yes, question.
How much of the eclipse were you able to see yesterday?
I saw, on TV and on YouTube channels, I saw the totality. If you mean me personally looking at the sun, I didn't go outside, so I saw nothing.
Okay.
If you mean looking out my window, I wouldn't have known there was an eclipse. It got dim, but it didn't get dark. I would have just thought that there was a thick cloud overhead. Honestly, it was not laughable. It was a big non-event. From somebody who's just stuck in bed all day, looking out their window or their video cameras outside. Yes, it dimmed, but if I didn't know it was an eclipse, I would have just thought it was a cloudy day.
Same here. There was no difference in illumination.
Yeah, but what was your...
We had about a 23%.
Well, you had 23%. I was having 90%.
Yeah, I know. Lucky you.
Well, I'm saying even at 90%, it wasn't all that much too. I mean, maybe if I was outside and I could see that 90% of the sun was gone, it would have been something. But if you weren't looking at it, it really wasn't much to care about.
And I found out something yesterday interesting. I was by the bank with my glasses, right? Just by Bart Plaza looking up. One of the security guards at the bank was looking at me. I'm like, hey, you want to look? He's like, sure. I gave him the glasses. The cop next to him was like, you want to look? He told me, quote, we were told we cannot put on those glasses because we cannot see, unquote. So the cops were not allowed to wear glasses yesterday in San Francisco.
It's not like they're doing anything else.
I know. I'm like,
what I hear.
Come on, you got a police officer inside the bank. You have another off security guard right next to you. Put the glasses on and look, dude.
For Mike Richards says Columbus was 99%. It got dark here. I always heard that Columbus did something to get like the natives' attention or whatever by predicting an eclipse.
That was Montezuma. That was Cortez and Montezuma. Like, he threatened him with the eclipse because he knew the eclipse was coming. He's like, you don't give us the gold, we'll black out the sun.
How interesting that they knew an eclipse was coming.
Well, they've known that since the 1400s in Europe. The Aztecs actually knew about that about 300 BC with their calendar because they were very meticulous with the night sky and astronomical predictions.
I guess I'm surprised that anybody bothered to predict or do the math an eclipse was happening in a part of the world where nobody had ever been to yet at that point.
You mean Western civilization?
Yes, that Europeans would have bothered to get eclipses for parts of the world that they didn't, had yet to explore. For all practical purposes, had yet to think anything was even there except ocean.
Well, the Paris map basically debunked that. But people are still saying the Paris map is fake. You heard of the Paris map, right?
No.
It's a map that was supposedly made around the 1200s. It shows South America, the east coast of Americas, and Antarctica ice-free with the mountain ranges and everything. And the thing is, the mountain ranges actually match up to satellite photos.
So you're saying Antarctica had no ice in the 1200s?
According to the Paris map.
So then that's fact that there's no ice now, or the ice is dissipating, isn't due to global warming. It's due to just going back to however things were in the 1200s.
Hell, people in Europe thought there was land at the North Pole, and when they got there, they're like, wait, where's the land? Misunderstanding. They didn't actually go explore and actually understand that. Because when they actually went to Antarctica and discovered it, it was kind of snowy. It's like, wait, this Paris map here is land, there's snow here. Oh, it's wintertime. Hey, you got a super sticker.
John Araki with a 99-cent super poop super sticker. Thank you so much, John Araki. So what I do want to do, because unfortunately I did not get a chance to update the channel members at the start of today's stream. I would like to just do a shout out to all our channel members as quickly as we can. Josh Street, Ngredia, the Tetrarch of Apathy, Sci-Fi Sith Dan, Sci-Fi Nation, John Gill, Yitzy Lemons, Jim's Landscape LLC, Space Kissing Her, Cam's Crash Course, I believe, John Araki, Daniel Stentzman, Jeff B, Mikey Sues 4, Scotty R37, Deej Odyssey, a channel that has been deleted. That's literally what it says. Channel has been deleted. Don Power Ranger, Bradley Briggs, Dr. Scotty, Resolute Germ, John DeMarco, JP's Tabernacle, Cody Guy, Roosters, Sci-Fi Mombi, Fodder Stomp, Gorilla's Random Thoughts, Cinnabon Bunny, Stan Lee, Mike Richards, Isu Toku, Substance D, Terry Rose, Elihu Hu, Dave Gregory, Captain Fandom Nerd, Giga Gamer, Ryusk Stew, Ryuki Stew, Daniel Hall, Uncle Remus, Dillard Draws, Grand Fall, Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies, M. White, APY On, Happy On, John Lee, Jedi Bill, DJ Play Nice, LDG, hashtag Free the Net, Pop Culture Curator, which, by the way, last I heard, Pop was unfortunately in the hospital. So, Pop, prayers, and hope you are doing well if you hear this.
Godspeed.
Commodore Ty, Rock Solid Productions, Sean Carter, Words and Pictures, Aravik Sonder, The Traveler, Yvette, the lovely Yvette, The Random Menace, Future Man, Richie Poole, Forza Jersey, Mexican Iron Man, Antiderivative Jill, who is streaming in 45 minutes, Star Trek Nitpickers, Life with Matthew, who streamed last night another episode of Babylon 5, along with Professor Brainy Specs. Coincidentally, the two of them streamed together. Neil Pokella, Kapla Neil, Chris Perzer, not Brian Johnson, Illegal Clown, 47 Yorktown, and Carlo Albanese. Thank you to all of you for being channel members. I will have an updated, I shall have an updated opening soon. And Pop Culture Curator is in the chat. Awesome. Kapla Pop. Kapla Pop.
Bert, I have a suggestion.
Yes.
Since you have so many loyal supporters and non-trolls.
And we seem to have had a new supporter in the last few minutes. Admiral Teague.
Woohoo!
Kapla, Admiral.
Welcome to hell.
Oh, well, sorry. My little suggestion was, take a little screenshot of you holding a little nephew of prey and just have the names scroll across the screen. You got so many. It's like, here's thank you all my supporters, a little voiceover. Thank you, my supporters. I can't pronounce your name, so you can read it yourself. Kind of like a little funny thing with names scrolling down.
And Admiral Teague is also streaming at I believe, in 30 minutes, about 12:45. So any fans of Admiral Teague, get ready, and he'll be streaming too. And Anti-Derp Jill says, "Hey, Bird, you should stream as long as you want, as your members deserve to get their membership money's worth. Great seeing you this morning. Great to see you, Bill. And obviously, I if you weren't here when I started the stream,
Crap.
I said absolutely. As the advice I give everybody, sometimes you just got to stream. But thank you, Jill. I appreciate it. Welcome, LDG.
Hello. Hey, guys. Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Hey, Bert.
For a moment, it looked like your whiteboard was a refrigerator. The way you were standing there, I'm like, what the hell? Like, okay, perfect snack, dude.
And thank you, Jill, for the update. Because yes, that was where I heard Pop's condition the other day, was from your stream. But now Pop is home and says
Pop's home.
Fine. And
It's good.
yes, Pop
Good.
is here. Pop is
Good,
in
good,
the,
good. Hey,
is
Pop.
in the chat. So yay.
Good to see you, Pop. Good to see you.
He's oot and a boot.
I tried to hold the fort for you, Pop, last Saturday. I did a live stream since you weren't able to do your stream, Rumblings from the Lab. So I hope I did you justice. If you watched it, I thought it was a good stream. But I'm glad to hear you're better, buddy.
John Araki says Admiral Teague greater than Admiral Vance. Vance Refrigeration. I like Admiral Vance a lot, but we'll say they're close. We'll say they're just kidding. Star Trek Discovery is definitely takes a backseat to the real people of YouTube, especially those smart enough to be channel members of the Greater Karoga Imperium. Where are we? Captain Phantom Nerd says hello. LDG said, hey guys. Pop was here. John Araki says, Hearts for Mom O'Prey 2024.
Hey, Mike Richards.
With a 12-month friend of Karoga super chat says, many thanks to all the people who give out free memberships. Absolutely. Those people, John Araki, LDG, some others, Jedi Bill, very, very generous of all of you guys. And others have as well, but those three guys have done more than the rest.
And I don't know if I can make this funny, but they weren't exactly free.
It's not free. It's not free for everybody.
If they were free, I'd give a whole lot more if they were free. Everybody would be a member.
Dollars. Doesn't make it free. Somebody's got to pay.
LDG, fix your sound.
What's wrong with my sound?
You're too based.
I'm based? What are you trying to say? I'm based?
Yeah, your voice is too bassy. Turn off the treble.
Oh, bassy. Okay, based. I thought you meant like based, like
no, I'm sorry.
Biased or whatever that means.
It sounded weird when you're talking. I'm like, what the hell? Oh.
Well, I'm sorry. It's what happens when you don't have a $9.99 microphone.
Mike Richards.
Buy one, get one free on clearance.
From
the dollar store.
Hail, Karoga.
Hail on.
No, but it is cool that we can keep the. It is cool that we've been able to keep the subscribers going on Bird, and I'm proud of that. So I'm happy to see that even channels like ours that don't run off of artificial gas can keep moving with support from loyal fans.
Thank you. A lot who says Ensign Kim greater than Admiral Teague. What? Garrett Wang is not my favorite person at the moment. Professor Brainy Specs, Kapla, you are early today. Yes, well, I explained away. I got doctor's appointments and stuff for later this afternoon, and figured it better to just go early rather than late. Jeff is here. Yes, Mama Bray.
How is Sassy?
Says you decided to merge with the crowd. I don't know exactly what that means. Sassy is okay. Sassy is sleeping on the couch.
Haven't heard about Sassy in a bit. Had to ask.
Yeah, that's what she does. Mike Richards says greetings. The professor, who says howdy back. Admiral Teague is lolling and says thank you to Elihu. Dr. Sky says Bird of Prey 5. And don't forget your cuddle buddy approximately at 7 tonight. I do not believe I have a cuddle buddy scheduled for tonight.
It's 6 o'clock, not 7, okay?
Professor Brainy Speck says, lol, yes, I have merged with the crowd, Mama Prey. John Araki says, if Disney bought the Bird of Prey 5 channel, who would they recast Bird with? Why would they recast me at all? It would be part of the selling point that I'd have to stay me.
Which, by the way, I got a bone to pick with you. You made me watch the Babylon 5 episode that you said that was the one that Life with Matthews did the week before, which in fact I found out last night that was incorrect. You made me watch the episode that they were reviewing last night.
Yeah, I realized I was an episode ahead of Life.
Yeah, so now I got to watch the episode prior just so I don't miss, because I thought that's the one because I missed last week's. And I was like, oh yeah, we're watching the War Prayer. Okay, let me watch the War Prayer. No, it wasn't the War Prayer, but it was all good because I got to at least I got to refresh myself on that episode before last night's stream, in which Brainy Specs and Life of Matthews did agree with me that there was a huge coincidental plot coincidence between last night's episode and the Homecoming episode of Deep Space Nine.
Yeah. Sassy does not forgive or forget.
That's gonna be my thing every time. Life of Matthews, I'm gonna point out all, and you're gonna see how many references there actually are.
A lot who thinks
there's so many of them.
Should take my spot. John Araki says P. Diddy will cuddle with me. John Araki says misdirection will pray. Professor Brainy Specs says in quotes, coincidental.
All right, so let's say if we do, let's say in the future we need to recast Bird of Prey 5. Are you okay with any kind of race or gender swapping for your role? Just want to get permission now before we make that call, because I was thinking Brie Larson could do an interesting Bird of Prey 5.
Well, if you can get Brie, I guess.
Well, if Brendan Fraser can do a good job in The Whale, yeah.
And then Brie can be like a stand-in for my feet.
I thought Brie was going to play Sassy.
Well, I do remember a certain skit where you played her role quite nicely.
Carilla says For someone with a photographic memory, you should already remembered the war prayer. I never claimed to have a photographic memory. And if I did, I forgot. So,
You don't have an eidetic memory either, because you forgot.
Dr. Scotty says, I think The Rock should play Bird. The guy who just lost at WrestleMania? Why would you insult me? Gorilla says Pickles has.
I don't have photographic memory. He's talking about me. I don't have photographic memory. I just have really good memory. But
Professor Brandy Speck says next week's Babylon 5 episode is a really good one. I watched the next week's last night, so I guess I'm gonna be a week ahead again. And if it's the one I'm thinking of, I really don't like episodes where we explore a character's mind. And yes, there was a DS9 episode similar, but I highly doubt a season 7 DS9 episode had anything to do with the Bible that was given to the producers or whoever at some point. That doesn't make any sense.
Out. We will find out.
No, I mean, there's no way to find out. It's already out there. I mean,
You're talking about next week's episode, the one that Life of Matthews is doing?
Yeah, you know what it is, right?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I got to look.
It's the
I've
episode,
seen them all.
It's the episode that's similar to when they have to look through Sloane's mind to find the.
Oh, I remember that one.
The drug.
Oh, there you go.
I remember that one.
Okay. Yeah, that's totally ripped off.
It's not ripped off. It's just similar.
How could it not be?
How could it be? There was like
similar
7 years.
Similar is what you do after you rip something off. Okay, I'm going to rip the side here off, but let's just make it similar.
Why would there be so much detail in a series Bible that you can create an episode of it and rip it off 7 years later?
It's the same premise.
Yvette says, good evening, Bird and everyone. Good evening to lovely Yvette. It's very early. I'm cooking dinner. Elihu says it's the same premise. Professor says, and the sky full of stars, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Although I do have to know, and this is kind of spoilers, but who gives a crap at this point? Hey, Mr. Londell says, here we go with the B5 DS9 ripoff bullshiggity again. Yeah, indeed. Do we find out what the secret was that they were holding back from the commander?
Which secret?
The secret that whatever happened to him, why that woman knew him, although he knows that he recognized her from the night before basically, why did the Mumbari quit the war?
Why they quit the war? Yeah, we find that out. Yes.
How long before we find that out? This season, next season, 4 years?
I think it might be
Next season. I think it's this new
think it
season
might be
after
next season. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know it's related to the changing of the guard. I believe we find out next season.
Professor says season 2. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I watched Babylon 5.
No, I didn't mean Far Beyond the Stars, Elihu.
Oh.
That's the one
Which is-
where there's a Far Beyond the Stars.
I don't think there's a Far Beyond the Stars.
Yeah, I would be hardly
That's a
hard to
special
believe
episode.
that there's a 1950s episode where the commander goes back in time to fight to see what race relations.
But
I saw him type in "sky full of stars." I thought he was meant "far beyond the stars." That's what it was. I thought Professor, not episode. I thought he was talking about something else. Sorry.
Resolute Germs says you just can't convince the B5 diehards of the truth.
There is a Way of the Warrior episode, though.
Klingons come to the station.
It's not Klingons, but it's the Way of the Warrior. BF5 did it first.
I will be surprised if I come to that conclusion on my own.
Literally the title.
Literally the title.
Yes.
So the title is The Way of the Warrior.
The Way of the Warrior. Yep.
So they stole it from Klingons.
No. Klingons stole it from them.
No.
Babylon was written first.
Klingons were Way of the Warrior was a thing before DS9. It was a thing from TNG.
I don't know about that.
I can tell you. Yes.
Okay.
Miss Lindell says, I'm going to spoil everything now. He was captured during the Earth-Minbari War, and they discovered Minbari souls were going into humans.
Yes. We're all the same person.
Elaine actually has human DNA in her.
I love it. We're all everybody. That's the one thing that surprised the hell out of me out of that.
And guess who's the pappy? And Mike Richards asked, Deej?
Deej.
John Aragi says, Way of the rap music producer greater than Way of the Warrior.
I have a phone call. Be right back.
I don't know. Guess who's the pappy? If that's a real question, is it the commander? Is it God? I don't know. Professor Brainy Specs is saying spoilers at Mr. Londell. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Professor. I'm allowing spoilers. It's a very old show.
Yeah, how old is this? 20 years old? Come on, 23.
I'm going to watch it regardless. I'm
like
going to
spoiling-
watch it regardless.
It's like tell me what happened at the end of Godfather. I've never seen it. Spoil it for me.
Admiral Teague says, I think Way of the Warrior is a term from the martial arts or a book like The Prince or Art of War. Yeah, I don't think it's original to Star Trek. No, I didn't mean to say Way of the Warrior was first uttered in Star Trek. I was just meant that because it's sci-fi, I'm giving that to Star Trek. They did it first. Like Hamlet. Okay, if they had a bad guy quoting Hamlet, I would say, well, Star Trek did that first.
Yeah, Chang.
even though clearly well,
General Chang quoted Hamlet, right?
yes, but even though clearly Hamlet existed before sci-fi, that's just what I mean. It's okay. You don't need to spell it correctly, Admiral.
I can't believe I remember that from a bad Star Trek movie. Wow.
Mr. Lundell says, here's my recommendations. Just watch Babylon 5 and enjoy it. Just watch DS9 and enjoy it. Watch some good sci-fi. Watch some bad sci-fi. Professor says, please, no one spoil it to Matthew or during one of Matthew's streams. Absolutely. Do not spoil it to Matthew, especially Matthew. Life with Matthew. He really wants to know. He really wants to watch and learn Babylon 5 as if he was watching it for the first. Yeah, it's pretty sure life. Isn't watching. Mr. Lundell's groovy movie says the term "Where the Warrior" actually goes back to Bushido, the hearts and souls of Japan.
It's about attitude, mentality, and the fighting style.
Professor says he is watching for the first time. Lol. And John Araki says, Matthew who?
Yes,
if you really don't like Life with Matthew, you would know how to get him. But don't do that. And Professor says John DeMarco is watching for the first time as well. Well, yeah, we wouldn't want to upset John DeMarco either. So, yeah, this is after today, we'll go back to being spoiler free, please, on Babylon 5.
Can I ask you a Star Trek question?
Yes, you can ask me a Star Trek question.
Have you seen the first 2 episodes of Discovery, season 5 yet?
I have, yes.
Okay, are you just like me where episode 1 is like, what the hell was that? What the hell? No, wait. What the hell is she doing? What the hell's going on here? Then episode 2 is like, okay, this is better.
Yes, on the first one, but no on the second.
Oh, well.
The pilot there was like, no better.
Yeah, I'm like,
it just wasn't as bad, but it's I wouldn't really say it was better.
The episode 1 was like, what the hell am I watching? What the hell is this? Who wrote this?
There are a lot of problems.
Yeah, major.
And I'd say there's less problems for episode 2, but that's only because episode 2 is much more boring.
Stanley, 1 was just generic sci-fi action BS.
Sean Araki says, I think one of them is less a youth pastor and more someone salty left behind. Stanley says, crap, missed it. No, they should just leave TNG alone. Resolute Germ says, it's unfortunate how many Star Trek nerds are painfully ignorant of most other sci-fi franchises. Stanley says, 1 was just generic sci-fi action BS and not sure what they'd even do if they found a device that can create life. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, don't spoil Discovery. I want to be surprised when I'm disappointed. Professor's episode 2 about put him to sleep.
Yeah.
That was my hope this morning. Stanley says, I already have a device that can help create life. I don't think they mean it in that way. And Elihu says, so do I. Yeah, so do all men. And all do so as are all women in their own way.
Oh, and by the way, there was a little Easter egg. I'm not going to put a spoiler in, but I'll put it in a private chat for you. What I noticed, okay?
I don't like people putting shit in private chat. If you want to put it in public chat.
Okay, I'll just say it. The opening title sequence has changed for season 5. There's now a Mobius strip which represents time travel. So there's got to be some kind of element of time travel in this season right here.
Well, there's a fucking screenshot in the upcoming on this season of Discovery at the end of the first episode that has clear picture of the original Enterprise.
Didn't see that. I don't watch the trailer after the episode 1. I'm like, this season on Discovery, I'm like, nope, stop. Episode 2.
Oh.
I didn't see that part.
Well, it's there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's quick, but it's there. And granted, it might not be the Enterprise, but some Constitution class ship is there. So, yeah, I mean, remember the spore drive is supposed to allow them to, as they brought it up in the first season, should allow them to travel time and space.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's no reason they can't jump to whatever time they wanted to go to, if they ever wanted to. But, yeah, I could see that this season of Jesus Christ, this season of Discovery, I think they're going to have like some stops in all the tracks. They're going to kind of put them all together somehow. And I wouldn't be surprised to see something from TOS, something from TNG, which is we've already seen, something from DS9, something from Voyager, and who knows what else.
Enterprise. They already had Lower Deck.
I'm back for a minute. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, did
I miss anything?
Hope. Not really.
Okay.
I hope whatever they do to DS9 doesn't ruin DS9 for me.
What are they doing in DS9? What? Who? What?
We're speculating that Discovery is going to visit all the different tracks this season.
What do you mean? Like in real time or some kind of odd time travel Tribbles episode?
Some kind of time travel episode. Something where they meet.
Like they did in Triples.
Not okay, but they're not going to cut themselves into a DS9 episode.
Oh, they should. That'd be awesome.
No,
that's not happening. But I'm saying they might bring somebody from DS9 into an episode or whatever.
Kira.
Like they could go back, right? Kira, or
Nano the old
or Dax, or Ezri Dax, or
I bet you it's going to be Ezri. I bet you.
Or even perhaps Avery Brooks.
Or Worf.
Yeah.
No, Avery doesn't want to do Star Trek anymore. I would say Worf again.
No, they're going to go with Ezri because she looked like a boy. I mean,
Admiral Teague's got to go. Take care, Admiral. Guys, go check Admiral Teague. He'll be streaming in a few minutes, or he might be streaming now. Hail, Karoga. Mike Richards is going to save time and just throw up now. Stan Lees is the new captain who played the Cylon. Did he? I don't know. I like that guy. Okay. Out of Discovery, the new captain, I kind of like him. But I know he's either going to die or he's going to. I'm 50-50. He's either going to die or he's going to give his life to save Saru. But,
Action Saru.
Yeah, action Saru. Bullshit.
Professor Bernie Speck said Dr. Bashir. Well, he already has lent his voice in the updated Star Trek Online video game for the new expansion pack. So he is technically back.
Mike Richard says Professor Bernie says, or just erase the show from existence. Forza Jersey says Kapla. Hail Karoga. Hail Bird. Kapla Forza. Kapla. Well, we've got about 10 minutes to go here, and I have to end the streaming. I apologize. And no, it's not only because Antiderivative Jill is streaming, but I can't. I won't be able to stream past that. So, if anybody has anything you want to say, any questions for the channel, anything you want to bring up to me, now is the time.
Yes, there is one thing that's been bugging me.
Sure.
Animal cruelty. You have been denying Sassy Cheese.
I have not denied Sassy Cheese. That's Star Trek Enterprise. That's Porthos. Sassy can eat all the cheese she wants. Well, no, but
gaseous. I know.
So, bro, I do got to ask you. Ever since your brush with death, recent earthquake experience, have you been on edge last couple days?
Oh my gosh!
Has it been on your mind? Like, are you?
To be honest, it's still a little shaken. Yes.
All right.
Mr. Lundell's movies says, "I'll say this: DS9 is totally superior to Babylon 5."
I'm agreeing
That's
with him.
bullshit. You know, I'm sorry. No, it isn't.
9 out of 10
it's on the books.
Agree.
9 out of 10 people are.
Dude, out of all the
if you only care about the flashy, oh, and this one's got better graphics, so hands down, that's the cool boy, and that's where the cool kids play, then go ahead and do that. I'll enjoy my Babylon 5 because plot-wise, acting-wise, I mean, Lando alone acts better than any Star Trek actor I know of. I mean, that man put his heart and soul into that role, and he is great at it.
I mean, Garrick wannabe, man. Okay.
Every monologue, every great scene, all of it, always better. And when you look at it and compare it to Deep Space Nine's equivalent, I'm sorry, dude.
Every single Star Trek show, from original to TOS, DS9 Voyager, DS9 is the only one I've ever binge watched more than once. Okay, I binge watched DS9 maybe 3 or 4 times. Enterprise, I binge watched that once. Voyager, I binge watched that once.
Pale Moonlight doesn't hold a candle to Babylon 5. I'm telling you. Not only that, but even some of the Star Trek actors that have been on Babylon 5, their roles on Babylon 5 were better than their roles on Star Trek.
You're saying George Takei was
Bester
better?
alone. Bester alone, man.
No. Takei was better on Star Trek than he was Babylon 5. Okay, period.
Oh, I think he might be the only exception just because his acting is. But everybody else, Admiral Tomalak, the guy who plays Tomalak, better on Babylon 5. Bester, better on Babylon 5. Who else? I would have to sit down and actually look at this, but I'm telling you, hands down, even the guest stars had better roles on Babylon 5 than their TNG equivalent.
TNG
And we'll
really
all
had
find this
guest
out.
star-
Find this out live at Life with Matthews. As we find it out, we watch for ourselves and realize the evidence, the proof is in the pudding.
TNG rarely had a cameo from a celebrity guest star. Okay, they would have maybe Dwight Schultz or Gemma Mamerson. That was it. They didn't have any big name Hollywood actor stars as a cameo like they would have in Babylon 5. Why? Because Star Trek was Star Trek. They didn't want to cross over and copy everybody else. They wanted to stay true to the canon and banner. Okay, they didn't want to try to get ratings like, hey, we have a special guest star. John Hamm is gonna be on here. Wow, John Hamm's a big actor. I'm just making a name, okay? And that'll get some views. Star Trek is gonna still be Star Trek because they have the loyalty of the viewers. They don't need to push it even further like Babylon 5 did. That's why Star Trek is more superior.
Yeah, okay, that's a great opinion there, but that's not what makes a show great.
Yeah, fan base. They didn't have to pity and plead for fans to watch the show because they already had a fan base. Babylon 5 had to get cameos and guest stars to get people to watch the show. That's how Babylon 5 is non-superior to Star Trek. They had to pander.
Non-superior.
They had to pander to the people. Here's a guest star. Watch this episode.
They had to pander to the fans. They had to listen to their fans. Really? Oh, that's a horrible thing.
Say fans, I said people.
It's clearly overwhelming that DS9 is completely superior to Babylon 5.
It's prejudice.
So, not fans.
We'll close the discussion on that. You've been voted off, sir.
Your avatar is not based at all. Okay, no problem.
Put out the tiki torch. You've been voted off the island.
Professor says, if I had one series to have on Blu-ray, Deep Space Nine or Babylon 5, I would choose. And the message cuts off. 47 Yorktown says hashtag ban LDG.
There's a channel for that. There's a YouTube channel for that. Go have fun. Knock yourself out.
Created by LDG.
No.
Professor Branding Specs is a lie who. So Deep Space Nine is better because it had an established fan base? That makes no sense.
Not an established. Yeah, it had an established fan base from episode 1.
Or is it Jersey's a Galaxy
That's how fan base start.
More authentically Star Trek than JJ reboots. I could see it either way.
I mean, that was Walter Koenig's, I can't say his name, best role in any kind of it was in Babylon 5. He had some really good, deep, emotional episodes.
JP says, hey, it's Dora's older brother. I think that's meant as a dig at a liar.
Oh, my avatar? Okay, I'll change it.
No, you have to change it. You be you.
There. I'm not a sheep.
Nobody said you were a sheep.
You just called me you, so.
Oh, God. Bad jokes. Professor Brainy Speck says, how does having an established fan base from prior series and movies make a new series and a new series based on those prior series and a movie's a superior series to something that doesn't have an established fan base? Star Wars, period. I don't understand. DS9 became a fan base favorite from episode 1. Star Wars is a franchise. Nobody really likes some of the new Star Wars stuff. Sean Aragi says Ender's Game is more popular than Babylon 5.
It just was a good movie. The book was better.
All right. So first of all, Bill Mummy. Bill Mummy. You remember him from Deep Space Nine?
No.
He played the engineer that died on the siege of AR-35, whatever.
Okay.
He was the engineer that got friends with
Sure.
Esri, and he ended up dying at the end, and with the mines, the invisible mines, and all that crap.
I hate
Okay,
commercials.
good role, right? But he was Lanier in frickin' Babylon 5, and he was awesome. Much, much better role. More episodes, did a great job, just 10 out of 10, and yet he just had a small little spit compared role in Deep Space Nine, which he did a good job in. I won't say he was a very good actor, but his role in Babylon 5 is superior.
Okay, guys. Is
Lanier.
there anything else? Any last words?
No, I'm good, man. Do what you got to do. Thanks for having me. Hey, everybody, good to see everybody. Lots of fun. If you want to continue this conversation, you know where to go, freethenet.org/underground. And I got to get back to work. So appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm going to go watch this live police chase going on in LA about a hit and run. They're chasing his van.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Listen, if I can stream later again, I will. I'm so sorry that this is a short stream. I will definitely try to do another one. But
YouTube.
We're
all right. Sorry, guys. Got to go.
It's a bad day. Take care.
Later,
all. Professor Bird, read my comment to Elihu. Elihu, so Discovery is a superior series over something like Babylon 5 because Discovery has an established fan base.
No, I said it becomes a fan base from episode 1. That's when people started becoming a fan of it, after episode 1.
Rigged, says Mike Richards. I guess so. I heard him answer, Professor. I don't understand the answer, but you got his answer. Hopefully you guys can figure it out. Take care, Elihu. Thanks for popping up.
Thanks for having me on here.
Care. You're welcome. Anything you want to say before you go?
What's the word? Bird is the word.
Thank you. Professor, thank you. And Kapla all. Bird out.
Kapla.